A GB News star ended up in a slanging match with a guest as the set erupted into chaos. Presenter Matt Goodwin welcomed Mohammed Asif, director of the Afghan Human Rights Foundation, onto the news channel as they discussed migrants coming into the country illegally. But things quickly turned heated as Matt said that the BBC had hit a new low after BBC Question Time featured a small boat migrant. He asked the guest if he found anything about the political show to be slightly concerning, as he said that fans were confused as to why somebody who entered Britain illegally was even on BBC Question Time. Mr. Asif then replied, saying that he doubted the audience member was illegal. He accused the GB News host of confusing being illegal with seeking asylum. He asked, "How on earth would you know if these people are illegal? How would you know? I doubt it." But Matt hit back, presuming, well, if they arrived on a small boat then they arrived illegally. The first act on entering the country would then be an illegal one because they have not gone through a safe and legal route. The men then talked over each other, both wanting their points to be heard. Mr. Asif argued that legislation says that people are entitled to seek asylum and it doesn't matter how they enter the country, but Mr. Goodwin said that it was not true. He said, "Sorry, Mohammed, I don't mean to interrupt you, but just to be clear and factual on this show, if you arrive at an unauthorized port and if you destroy your documents on the way, then that is indeed illegal." The heated discussion comes after the BBC was heavily criticised for inviting two men who entered the UK illegally to be part of the Question Time audience. The episode of the Current Affairs show, which aired on Thursday, November 4th, was a special edition from Dover focused on the issue of immigration. It featured a panel comprised of the Migration Minister Mike Tapp, the Shadow Justice Minister Kieran Mullan, the Deputy Leader of the Liberal Democrats Daisy Cooper, the Leader of the Green Party Zach Polanski, and Reform UK's Head of Policy Zia Youssef. The decision to include the men in the debate has been widely slammed, particularly by Youssef, who claims he was told about their presence 5 minutes before the show went to air. Contacted by express.co.uk, the broadcaster denied Youssef's claim, stating, "As immigration continues to be a primary concern for people in the UK, Question Time held a special episode in Dover with panellists from across the political spectrum and a local audience with a range of views and experiences." Over 20 audience members asked questions and contributed to the debate, including two people with direct experience of the asylum system in the UK who have been granted refugee status. All of the political parties represented on the panel were informed about the former asylum seekers' participation on Wednesday, the day before the show.